Hello everyone, and welcome back to another Guild Wars 2 video. Today it's going to be a little bit of a PvP build. Just wanted to make something really easy, something really fun that I always enjoy doing. And this involves PvP. I believe last video I did was, it was a Scrapper PvE one. But I have been fooling around with Daredevil in PvP recently because I suck at Thief in PvP, so I'm trying to force myself to get at least a little bit more comfortable. And I've had a lot of fun with this build, some nice success. Of course, I'm still learning the ropes as a thief, but it's been fun in team fights and also just to 1v1 people. So I don't know how different this is from other builds that involve Daredevil, but this is just what I've randomly picked. Thought that this has good synergy with its traits and its skills. So let's dive right in. So let's first cover our equipment. I'm taking staff and pistol dagger. I'm mostly just in staff. Literally, I think the gameplay that I'm going to be showing you, I feel like 90% of the time I'm just in staff, which might be a bad habit, but I love the mobility that staff provides and also the weakness, cripple, and some soft CC with the blind. I just really love staff. And then the sigils I'm taking Sigil of Annulment on both weapon sets for the boon destruction. And then additionally on the staff, I'm taking Sigil of Energy for more endurance, more dodging. With a Daredevil, it's all about dodging. And Sigil of Escape to remove movement and pairing effects on the dagger and pistol loadout, just in case. I'm taking Rune of the Scholar to go heavy. Go in heavily. Let me repeat. Go in heavily on the damage. Granted, staying at 8% health in PvP is extremely difficult. However, if you can get the jump on people, you can get a lot of nice damage in your first couple strikes. And then finally, I'm taking the Paladin Amulet for more power precision and also for a little extra defense because I am new. I didn't want to go full Berserker. I don't know if going full Berserker is like smart anymore in PvP, quite honestly. But toughness and vitality is nice. Oh, so this is my equipment. Now we're going to go over to the specializations. I'm taking Deadly Arts, Trickery, and of course the Daredevil. For Deadly Arts, I've decided to take Mug. It's pretty standard for any PvP build, I believe, and power-based as well. I'm taking Panic Strike for a mob and Poison. This isn't a condition build, so I'm not taking Poison for the damage. It's just nice to reduce enemies' healing so they don't make your day a living hell. And finally, I'm taking Executioner, deal extra damage when your target is below 50% health. This is nice just to capitalize and to gank like a 1v1 to +1 a 1v1, and specifically when they are at 50% health or lower. I could see Improvisation as being another good one as well, but I've just been taking Executioner. Next line, we have Trickery. I'm taking Thrill of the Crime for extra boons. If I'm in a team fight, which I actually have been running this in group scenarios sometimes, I find a lot of fun. It's just fun to be around other people. Thrill of the Crime... my brain. Thrill of the Crime is really nice. That's all I have to say about that. Next, I'm taking Bountiful Theft. Stealing extra boons, of course, is great. And Vigor, more dodging. That's all I can really say about that one. And then finally for the Grandmaster Trickery, I'm taking Sleight of Hand, Stealing Dazes, which is great to start in. Not only does it daze, but it now deals damage and will also heal you. Also, Steal is on a shorter cooldown. And because Daredevil recently had the change where Steal is now Swipe, you might want to be using this more often because it's a shorter range, just to be able to blink more, because you're just not going to have that ease of access with the 1200 range Steal. And for the Daredevil, moving down, Escapist Fortitude. This icon still bugs me because it's a minor icon in a major slot, and so it has that black hexagonal border. Anyway, I'm taking Escapist Fortitude to gain health when I successfully evade an attack, and also remove a condition. This is more just for some defense. Staff Master for extra power, and gain initiative or gain endurance per initiative I use. This Daredevil is kind of more defensive, bruisery type. And then finally, I'm taking Unhindered Combatant for the dash, the buff which allows me to sustain more damage and condition damage to remove some conditions. Also gain swiftness. Those are the specializations that I am taking. Let me just pop this over here. And next I'm just gonna talk about the weapons a little bit. Give a little brief preview, and then utilities. I spam Weakening Charge. I'm skipping over the auto attack because it's pretty self-explanatory. Weakening Charge, I sometimes just spam this because it does a lot of damage, and also I think it's yes, Weakening Strikes. You deal more damage to weakened foes, and they do less to you. So I spam this quite a lot. Just saying. This is nice if you need to get a little bit of distance. I don't often use this too much, but sometimes I find myself clicking this just to get rid of Immobilize and just, take a breather. Dust Strike is really, really nice against Berserking Warriors, Berserking Engineers, Power Allies, just so they don't hit you. And Vault is the other ability that I tend to spam on Daredevil. It's typically Vault and Weakening Charge are the two. Vault just because it is so much damage. So much damage. I don't often go into Dagger Pistol, but when I do, it's for Shadow Shot. Just for a little bit of a teleport, some blind. Heartseeker's nice. I don't really use it though. If I want major damage, I typically stick with Staff. Headshot can be good if I find I'm in the weapon set and I need to daze something really quickly, but Black Powder is another great skill to use. I typically use Black Powder and Shadow Shot the most on my Dagger Pistol loadout. And I got my Sun Scythe, it's so... Anyway, the heal I'm taking is indeed Channeled Vigor for extra endurance generation. Gotta get those dashes. Sometimes you might want to be safer than sorry. So that's why I'm taking Channel Vigor. Healing in general, Withdraw is always a solid choice, and maybe Hide in Shadows for extra stealth if you want to. I'm taking Signet of Agility for increased precision, and also to refill my endurance and cleanse conditions from nearby allies. It's just a nice safe signet. It's on a 30-second cooldown, so you can pop this quite frequently actually. Next, I'm taking a staple of the Thief, Shadow Step, just a basic portal to an area, a Shadow Step to an area, and then you can activate it once again to go back to your initial position. And finally, for a little bit extra defense, I'm taking Bandit's Defense for a 1 1/4 second block, and if you get attacked, you can flip it over to Reflexive Strike to give a little bit of a knockdown. I've seen use in this skill. It's been nice. Some situations, mostly just for the defense if I'm in a sticky situation. And then finally, I'm taking the Daredevil Elite. I feel like in PvP you have to take Impact Strike. And I'm not gonna lie, I feel like Impact Strike needs to be a little bit different in a PvE scenario because no one's ever down. I feel like this needs just like maybe a little bit more damage or have a different effect on the finishing blow. That's what I would say. Anyway, Impact Strike, it's a really great elite. You strike an enemy, daze them, then you can launch them up in the air, and then finishing blow, if you strike them into the down state, like they're up and your final hit will put them into down state, they just end up dying instantly. And then it's also nice just to secure a finish on a down body, interrupt them, daze them, and launch them so they can't really do anything else. So that is my build for PvP. Now I'm going to swing on over to some gameplay. So see you guys over there. Transitions. Hello and welcome to the gameplay section. This is just a little game of Kylo that I had. I'm starting it where I'm downed, but this is just in like a very outnumbered team fight situation. I went down, however, as you saw there, the amount of spamming I do in number 2, weakening strike, and then go in with a elite, so just to finish them off really cleanly. And I know that I'm going to go far, so that'll give me some recharge time on my elite, and it already has a really low cooldown, so depending on how I fight this, or depending on how long this next fight lasts, I'll probably have it up. So here, I start spamming 2 to get some weakness. I use my 3rd strike just to cripple, because I don't know if he's going to be running. There I use Bennett's defense to gain some blocks and a nice interrupt, and then I use my stolen skill, thinking I'd get him down, but he popped his heal, so I didn't want to hit him anymore because he would heal, so I canceled out of it. I got really worried that he was going to continue to chase me here. I had another dodge prepared just in case, but I didn't have to use it, and I didn't want him to start regenning health, so I interrupt him. I interrupt his Spellbreaker retaliation ability, and then I used 2 vaults just to secure some damage, and then lead up with another impact strike elite skill. Get him down nice and smooth. That was a nice little example of how I try to noobishly maneuver in a duel. Here, I just spammed this Daredevil. It just wasn't funny. I think I got help there from a Necro, but weakening strikes on another thief, because thieves are so squishy. You get some nice crits, and they can't stand a chance. I thought I would rally the other person, however he didn't hit him, so I just end up finishing that Reaper. He gets up, and then we turn our focus to this Herald. These are just kind of team fight situations. I will say, I didn't get a lot of damage. I thought we would have just auto-attacked them to death, but they were kind of too tanky, tankier than I expected. Here, I switch over to the Guardian because burning, not a fan. So I wanted just to interrupt him and kill him as quickly as possible, so I didn't have to do as much burning. Right, I got 2 stacks of burning there, and on a low health, medium armored character, it does a lot of damage. Now it's going to be a little bit dirty again. I'm saying the word dirty a lot, but like 2v1 scenario back with the Spellbreaker. I was more than willing to 1v1 him because I felt very comfortable 1v1ing him. As another thing, I'm very selective of my fights, but we had I use a blind there just in case. We didn't really have a lot of issues. I use my stolen skill to get some more damage, and then he ends up going down, and then I head over to mid to help secure another team fight. Overall, I'm still learning. I'm still being careful with the duels that I'm taking. But this is pretty much the end of the fight, nearing the end of the game. Just a little bit of a gameplay example. Like the video if you liked it. Comment below your thoughts on this build that I have. Hope you guys enjoyed the gameplay. And subscribe for more content, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye-bye, everyone. Ta-ta. Have a good night. Bye.